we're on.
Alright, here's the topic. Electile dysfunction. The inability to support or get excited about any of the candidates in an election, whether it is due to poor understanding of the issues or the result of deception and negative advertising. The resulting stigma is enough to drive many well-intentioned and otherwise upstanding community contributors from the polls. Flagcheck.org is a new website dedicated to cutting through the deceptive tactics using campaign advertising so that voting people can get back to discussing the real issues central to the election and to identifying the candidates' fitness for effective governance. By raising awareness of the issues on all sides of the political divide and empowering the general public to recognize and push back against the deceptive tactics, this organization is trying to give power back to the American voter. A few of the site's notable features include a mock campaign against President Lincoln using current-day political tactics and deception to highlight their inaccuracy and potential fallout, and resources to raise awareness and current media practices, including an option to send a personal email to your local media stations encouraging them to require fact-checking in third-party political ads before they air. Your group has been hired by flagcheck.org to help spread awareness of this new resource site and reinvigorate the young voters' investment in our political process. Specifically, you have been asked to create a jingle, poem, and/or slogan that will help to capture the attention of young adult voters in this upcoming presidential election and motivate them to curiosity and action. You now have 25 minutes to solve the problem of how to respond in this situation and report back to the board using PMOPS model to help you. PMOPS procedural model of problem solving. You guys, it's just using PMOPS.
Okay.
All right.
So we just write the PMOPS and like under each heading, write the problem, then the solution, then.
Yeah, we could do that.
Like list it out.
So, like, the problem at hand is basically just trying to get young people to care about politics and vote.
Yeah.
Which I think is an issue because I'm speaking for myself, but maybe you guys can agree that I'm not personally into politics because of the reason where you don't really know what you're dealing with and you.
So yeah, I definitely have a little electile dysfunction, I guess you could say. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you look at most of the ads nowadays, it's just attacking someone else, not saying what you're gonna do for the country.
Also, I feel like the things they say in all the campaigns are all the same. Like, it's all like positive stuff. Like they're gonna do just to, like win votes from people. We don't necessarily know if that's gonna like happen for real.
Exactly. Like the reason we are not interested is because we don't know if the politicians are actually gonna deliver the promises they make before the elections, and the media they just like say like all the politicians are corrupt and stuff, so we don't know who to believe. So ultimately, we are losing interest in politics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
It kind of like goes through one ear and out the other, and even if someone says like we're gonna cut down on taxes, and then there's later proof that they didn't at all. You know, like it's always like finding out stuff later on that they didn't, like they said
And
they
then
would do.
once they're already like, once they already win the votes, like there's nothing we can do about it. Like even if they don't like make what they like promised.
we're like stuck with them for the next
4 years.
4 years. Yeah.
So,
I feel like there's definitely a general stigma that no one ever gets anything accomplished.
Yeah.
I mean, the government was shut down.
Yeah.
How does a government shut down?
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely a negative stigma.
It's like we have
surrounding
two
politics.
options and two of them are bad. We just have to decide which one is less bad.
Less bad.
Yeah, less
That
of
is
like two
okay.
evils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So could you just start the timer and start or?
oh, it's already.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
yeah.
So our problem would be like lack of interest.
Mm-hmm. Lack of interest and
Specifically young
trusts.
people, but I feel like the older generation even now is getting to be like, you know, things are changing with the media that they're losing interest to. Like at least even with my parents, like they used to be really into politics and things like that, but now they don't even talk about it. They're just like, like they vote, but it's basically just whatever party they belong to, you know, that they're like affiliated with, and it really has nothing to do with like the issues at hand or.
Yeah, and this says that getting to discussing the real issues.
Yeah.
So the website, I guess, wants people to focus on real issues, not like
what they
small issues
say.
that the candidates are pushing on everybody.
Yeah, because the candidates are just blaming each other, like they're not, like the other one is not good, but
Mhm.
they're not actually addressing the main issues of the country.
Yeah.
So if they're like, if we know what the main issues are, and we could like force the candidate to address them instead of blaming each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's what the website does. Like, you have to fact check.
Okay.
It fact checks what people say.
Okay.
So problem, solutions.
So my question is, what would you guys think are real issues that they should address?
Like as of right now.
Yeah, like if we had a candidate now who was like running for presidency, like what do you think that they should actually address?
Maybe like do a survey or something.
I
I
yeah.
personally don't live here, so I don't know like what the current issues are in like America.
It's like wild.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's like not even like I know really.
I feel like there's just so many issues with the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they should like take, as she said, take a survey, talk to the people, what are the issues, like go to each place and see what are the like the top issues they're facing and address that.
Even like for like 100 people, like 100
Yeah,
people
that would give
survey.
you something.
Yeah. So we have to find out what real issues actually are.
So a solution could be to like, since we're working for this website, we could make a survey on there. I don't know if they address that in there if they do surveys, but you could have a survey that you fill out online and just kind of go through what your needs are,
Okay.
what affects you.
So one is the survey, and then what other solutions?
And I think we also need to like discuss how we somehow have to get around how all the candidates are just pretty much lying and they can say whatever they want and no one really looks and checks. I think that's what they do.
Yeah.
And they like make up fake statistics, it seems like.
And they twist stuff. They
Because
can,
like one
twist
candidate
stuff.
will be like, oh, like we had like this percent, like, you know, government spending, and then the other one will like have a completely different number. Like, where are you getting this from, you know?
So we need a authority to verify that, like which is maybe put it on the website, like this is the like she
This
said
is the real number.
the real number spent on. So we can actually see who's like right about.
And like the website can go over every single political ad that some people put out and like say this is I think you're saying
which
this.
one is
like
true?
Yeah, like what in what context they're all actually saying. So I don't know how to describe that.
Fact check. Like what the website is.
Yeah.
You could have someone upload an ad,
They
like
should
an
be-
ad that they found, and then we as
Discuss
the
about
workers could
Yeah.
discuss
we
it and
could
look it up
probably
and
like
cross out what's wrong and put the real number in there
Yeah.
and just kind of like alter it ourselves.
Yeah.
They need to send out their own ads too to like, counteract all the bad ads.
also like maybe like have like discussion rooms where people can discuss, just like in YouTube or like simple websites that could work.
And they can also have this forum where people can actually give, like, they can tell, like, post it on the website what are the main issues so that the politicians can get to know what the main issues are from the website.
Yeah, so they know what to discuss.
Yeah.
And if we were like very popular, we could like maybe have like a, I don't know exactly what it's called, but when they make videos where it's like us discussing with maybe even like a candidate, or even if it's like a local candidate, like having a conversation with them,
Yeah.
and then other people can like tune in and watch our
Like a
conversation.
G-chat or sort of
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
And like see that they're like working with us and they want, like this candidate wants to like get to the bottom of issues and like be straightforward with the public.
So if we want to get the young voters more involved, definitely get heavy on social media.
Yeah.
Because
that's what we watch.
that's what
we're all on
normally
Twitter
people-
and all
Like
that
a lot of
stuff.
us don't really look at the paper, things like that. So
Yeah,
it
no
has
one
to
really
be
looks at the
in-
newspaper
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, maybe
really.
on mobile applications and stuff.
That's a good one. Yeah, get an app.
So social media.
The one, oh yeah, I like that app though. Like
That
one
is a good
solution could be
idea.
get an app,
Yeah.
and then on the app have all that stuff like the fact checking, the comparisons of the ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to move on to the evaluate
Evaluate
solutions? Because, I
solutions.
mean, we'll probably generate more as
Yeah.
we go
Yeah.
on. But
Okay.
So the first solution.
The survey.
the survey.
Okay. Yeah.
I think this can help like the most because we can like listen to what people really think of
Yeah.
Mhm.
and like what the real issues are, and not like just the ones
That
the
they bring up.
candidates bring
Mhm.
up.
So and we can actually communicate the real issues to the candidates so that they can put it on their like the promises they make,
Mhm.
so that they actually get to know what the real issues are.
Yeah, and they have to talk, and then like
Yeah.
make them talk about the real issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this is really effective because like what the people like citizens think matters the most to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Like
And like
Or
a
like
candidate
a-
is gonna want to please like
Just people
the,
who are
the
voting
young
for
people
him.
Yeah.
because we're like the next generation. You know, they're gonna want
Mm-hmm.
to, you know, cater to our needs too.
And so we
and
just
then,
to like do the survey, we just need a way to get it out there so everyone can see. And I think that that goes along with the app. Like, so on the app, put like the survey results.
we could do advertising too. Maybe
Mhm.
like advertisements on TV or
Right.
like
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
And just
like
show it with,
commercials
like-
and stuff.
Yeah, show it with like real
Billboards.
people,
Mhm.
like real young people who are interested in.
Not just like scripted stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And also we could do one more thing, like we could like write on the website what each candidate stands for and what they're against, because some news channels may favor a candidate, so
Oh,
people can actually get to know what each candidate stands for. Like news channels can actually favor a candidate more than
yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
yeah.
And like try to keep a neutral ground, like don't show like
Yeah.
a bias.
Yeah, they
to
have
any.
yeah. Flagcheck.org or whatever. It's flagcheck
Yeah,
has
maybe
to
like
definitely be.
like make
unbiased.
a table and say something like he stands for this, but he doesn't. He stands for this.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah, or they both support it.
Yeah, like in
Yeah.
his history,
Yeah.
this is what he's done.
Yeah, so people can easily compare which
Yeah.
one they
Mhm.
like better.
Yeah.
Because you want to make it easy for everyone to
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
look
that's
at.
true.
Simplistic as possible.
Yeah, like if you write the issue like lowering taxes and one says yeah he wants to and other one doesn't want to, or they both support lowering taxes. So actually we have a summarizing table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to make it easy
Yeah.
to get through all the
Yeah.
crap that they
Yeah.
say.
What was the next point on there? I forgot like some of what was said.
You have to pass.
JUVPADI. JU.
It's just going to be a big camera on the or a big
Yeah.
MacBook on the computer. What were you talking? What point?
After the evaluate solutions, I was curious what else that we were supposed to address.
Consensus decision and then implementation of the
Evaluate possible solutions, negative consequences. Consensus decision. What seems to be the best possible solution we can all support, and then implementation.
of the chosen solution. So basically, I think like all the things that we've come up with basically are telling us to like get people
More
to be
involved.
more
More
involved
involved, yeah,
and more interested.
Like,
and like get the points out there straightforward,
Mm-hmm.
and simple, and make it easy for people to understand.
yeah, and actually go out and spread awareness and encourage
Mhm.
people to give the suggestions. Like encourage them to get involved in the politics because they are the ones who are getting affected by the policies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. We need
actually-
to get people involved.
Yeah, to actually tell them to like we need your suggestions because
Hmm.
Also, I feel like we need a better way to like, you know how people like send out like
Flyers.
flyers,
Mhm.
just
So-
like flyers, like vote Romney or vote Obama.
You just
Yeah.
throw
It's
that
just
out.
like that.
You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people like get it and like throw it in the trash
Yeah.
bin.
Yeah,
That's
like, we
like
see that happen in the
nothing.
hub all the time.
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
just
all
grab
the
it to get
time.
rid of them, and
Yeah.
then
And it's all over the floor.
Hmm. And there's signs everywhere that no one even pays
We need
attention
to do
to.
like an advertising, like maybe just on a piece of paper, but like get people's attention to like really read what's on there.
Hmm.
or like,
Like-
even if we were doing it here, we could almost do like some kind of like skit in the hub, you know, because I feel like people would pay attention to that. Like, you'd kind of stop and be like, oh. Like, if I'm just standing there with a piece of paper,
Just,
you
like,
know.
brush it
Yeah.
off. Yeah, you need to get people's attention.
Yeah.
And so,
More make, what do you call it? Like our advertising more interesting.
Interactive.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Like, interactive.
More relevant to the younger audiences.
Also, I want to add to like the one Ambareesh said about the whole like what this candidate stands for and what he doesn't stand for, and maybe like people who are actually supporting certain candidates can like discuss in the forums and like stand for what they believe is true and why they support them, so people can actually read and evaluate like whether or not he thinks like I should vote for this guy too because like that's what I support too. Maybe like
Mm-hmm.
that would be effective too.
Do we have to make a slogan?
Mm-hmm.
I was actually thinking of like a funny one. Like, I don't know what else to add to it, but if you were like, since our website's, what is it,
Flagcheck.org.
flagcheck.org, you could be like, don't get flack for fighting back. And then like
Yeah.
add like something underneath it, like
Your
your
vote.
vote counts.
Your vote counts.
Or like something like that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a little play on the website, but like
Yeah.
it works.
Don't
Works.
get flack for fighting back.
Yeah.
Your vote counts. Yeah.
And
I
then
like that,
maybe
yeah.
we could like write this flag in a way that
The website.
the website logo is, and like the flag
Mhm.
check, maybe like a check mark beside
Yeah.
it. Mm-hmm. That could work.
I like that.
So
We should do like all the solutions and just put them one big thing in the app.
Yeah.
Just make an app. Get everyone to download the app, which was obviously going to be the harder part. I think we just somehow need to figure out how to raise as much awareness.
I mean, like, if we were really doing this, we could bring it up even to like Onward State or something like that, you know, and they could
Mhm.
kind of like tweet at us, or we could make like a Twitter page.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Put a stall at the hub for a day. Maybe encourage more people to join it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And once people join it, like, you take their email ID and email them about stuff and tell them to download the app. And once they download it, I think we can start getting them involved. Like, we can keep posting stuff.
They do have a Twitter page.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
What does it look like? I'm
It's
curious.
just like a normal.
but that's like the problem now. Like we don't even know this.
Yeah, we don't even know this.
before.
We need to like take
Yeah.
over
So,
because
yeah.
I'm sure young people aren't really running that.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Or maybe like get in contact with like each colleges, so
Yeah.
like they could reach out to the students.
Because I mean, like, we all have friends who I'm sure go to other
Mhm.
schools, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Also things like toilet paper in the like toilet booths, like
Yeah.
I actually read that.
Yeah.
You know? Like
Yeah.
so. We
What
could
are those called
put that-
again? The little,
To-
Do you know what
toilet
they're called?
paper. I think.
like, little articles. It's like,
Yeah.
On the door.
yeah.
Yeah, on the door.
Yeah.
I actually read them, and like
Yeah.
when I'm interested in something, I actually take a picture or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So that could work.
Mhm.
And then, do you want to like proceed to the consensus decision?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do we all agree that the
This is an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Because none of
Yes,
us are really interested in
Yeah.
definitely
politics, and we need to be, because this is our,
future.
yeah, this is our future. I mean, even if
It does matter.
Yeah.
like you're not like from here, it still affects you somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
Maybe
definitely.
like the immigration laws and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It does. So
So we all agree that the solution is like to reach out more and get
Awareness is a
Yeah.
big one.
Yeah,
people and spread awareness, get people more interested.
Mhm.
and then use the slogan: "Don't get flack for fighting back. Your vote counts."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And put that into
And like
it.
maybe make a song out of it. I don't know.
Yeah, like a,
Like something modern.
Yeah, we
Like-
can
like a
come
catchy-
up with,
like a rap.
a sound.
like a catchy
Yeah.
jingle that it gets stuck in people's
Yeah.
heads, so everyone knows it.
Yeah.
That's true.
This could just be like the title of the song, and then just like roll into it.
So, and then implementation.
It's basically like how would we go about doing it? So
Like the hub, stall, then mobile app, then flyers.
like it's like put in people's faces, like where they can't avoid it even if they
Yeah.
try
Yeah,
to.
definitely
like,
get it out
and
there.
it'll be like, okay, like what is this? Like I
And
want
like
to know.
make it actually interactive so people just don't take the flyer and throw it away.
Yeah.
Actually, they're actually interested in it and come back and talk to us about it.
Yep.
So yeah, we have to find a way to make it more interesting and interactive, so that they actually make the effort to know about it.
Yeah, because this is a real website, and I had no idea this even existed. So
Yeah.
obviously, they're not doing a good enough job
Right.
advertising and getting it out there.
We could like probably like get in touch with like advertising companies and like ask them like how they do stuff and like work with them probably maybe like a collaboration or so.
And like I personally have friends who are like graphic designers who would like love to help me with it or like love to help us with it and like take on that task, you know? Because like, that's even stuff that you could put in like a resume too.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
you work for this website and that you really were dedicated to it and came up with like these new ideas and
You've done something like it.
yeah, like people would want to get involved. We could also make it like a club
Yeah,
Yeah.
too. Like think about the clubs on campus. You
That's
know,
true.
like,
you can get the
easy to
club
make it a
and
club.
spread that
Like
club to all the schools
association.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So if every school had the club, like this club, flagcheck.org club.
We could even go as far as like visiting with other schools and having the discussions and almost like didn't they say that there was like a mock campaign thing? Like we could
Yeah,
we could
LinkedIn.
pretend like we were
Yeah.
candidates going against each other. You know what I mean? And then be like, okay, like use our website to like kind of be like, oh, you said this wasn't true, or we could kind of make it almost like a
Yeah, and if this thing gets big, like a lot of people get involved, we can actually invite the candidate to like sit and talk with us.
Yeah,
We can
maybe
question
that
him.
would like buy
We can
them.
question him,
like,
yeah. So like, would you support this or not? And what are the issues you support?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you stand
Don't
for?
beat around the bush. This is the question we're asking.
Yeah.
Give us an answer.
Yeah,
Also, instead of like getting people like get involved in like discussion forums, we could do like maybe like a YouTube page for people like do a
Yeah.
response video. Some people like to like talk more than just
Yeah.
write.
yeah,
That could like
yeah. We can like
yeah.
like invite videos and post emails.
And like so implementation, just creating like commercials. I guess they have Twitter, but revamp their Twitter.
take over the Twitter.
Mhm.
Needs help.
And we can just post all the videos and emails online so everyone can see what
Yeah,
people
exactly
feel.
what goes on.
I say maybe like make use of every app there is that is our like social media that is like emerging right now. For example, like
Yeah.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, everything. Like put it out there.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Do we want to like kind of read over it again and see if we covered everything?
okay, sure.
Should we read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Want me to read it again?
Yeah.
This dysfunction, the inability to support or get excited about any of the candidates in an election, whether it is due to a poor understanding of the issues or a result of deception and negative advertising, the resulting stigma is enough to drive many well-intentioned and otherwise upstanding community contributors from the polls. Flag
Yeah,
check.
that's true, because like, I mean, I'm sure like we participate in other things involved in the community,
Mm-hmm.
but like politics is just not one of them, and we're
Yes.
not even
Yeah.
educated
Yeah.
on it at all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So flagcheck.org is a new website dedicated to cutting through the deceptive tactics used in campaign advertising so that the voting public can get back to discussing the real issues central to the election and to identify the candidate's fitness for effective governance. By raising awareness of the issues on all sides of the political divide and empowering the general public to recognize and push back against the deceptive tactics, this
Hence our
organization...
slogan.
Yeah, there you go. Don't get flack for fighting back. This organization is trying to give power back to the American voter. A few of the site's notable features include a mock campaign against President Lincoln and using current-day political tactics of deception to highlight their inaccuracy and political fallout. So resources to raise awareness of current media practices, including an option to send a personal email to your local media stations, encouraging them to require fact-checking in the third-party political ads before they air.
We could do like a radio thing too. I didn't think of that.
Like a,
until
like a
just
radio
now. It's like a lot
segment.
of people like listen to the radio like when you're in your
Yeah,
car. Like,
that's
you
true.
can't really even avoid
Yeah.
it. So we could like make our own, maybe not even a station, but just be featured on like one of the local ones around
Or
here. There
maybe
is like a radio station that the
Or
students
maybe
run.
just like an advertisement where
Yeah.
like during the advertisement section, that we could
Mhm.
just like
Can the video be
don't get
longer than
fact-
25 minutes?
Oh, it's already longer.
Yeah.
We'll just sum it up.
Sum it up? Alright. Should we just sum up what our
Okay.
implementation is? Just really heavily get involved in social media.
So we just have to like involve the public into the politics, because now it's like it's not for us and we're not interested in it. So we need to make it more. We need to spread awareness about it and
Mhm.
make people more involved. So that
So through social media, like creating an
Yeah.
app.
Yeah.
And commercials and
surveys, mobile app, and
surveys.
stall at the hub, flyers, and the website. Like we could invite videos, we can invite posts from public
Mm-hmm.
and put it up on the website, and make it interactive as much interactive as possible.
Because like that's
Okay.
what keeps like young people interested, you know.
Okay.
So
So we could maybe like,
And then
And
the
the
slogan.
slogan.
and then this one. Did you want to read this
yeah,
one
don't
together?
get flag. You want
Yeah,
to?
we all read
Yeah.
it.
Your
Hey,
vote counts. Okay,
Yeah.
let's start.
Alright.
1, 2, 3.
Don't get flagged for fighting back. Your vote counts. Great way to end the video.